Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our first group discussion. I hope everyone is doing well today. As all you know, our lecturer has assigned us a breaking news project for ELA 0030. Today, our discussion has several objectives. First, we need to go through the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. Second, we have to choose two SDGs that we think are suitable for our project. Third, we need to explain why we choose those themes. Finally, we should discuss how we are going to complete this project together and what we should prepare before our next discussion. Before we begin, does everyone understand what the Sustainable Development Goals are?
Yes, I do. The Sustainable Development Goals are a set of 17 global goals introduced by the United Nations. These goals encourage countries to improve people's life while protecting the environment and creating a sustainable future. I spent some time reading through all 17 goals. In my opinion, some of them are interesting, but not all of them are suitable for a breaking news presentation. For example, SDG 1, which is no poverty, is an important topic, but it may be difficult for us to find recent news that is easy to present in only a few minutes. I think we should choose topics that have many recent news reports and are easy for the audience to understand.
Thank you, Asif. I agree that we should choose topic with many recent news article. So, which SDG would you like to recommend?
I would like to recommend SDG 13, which is climate action. Climate change is becoming one of the biggest challenges in the world. Every year, we hear about floods, heat wave, forest fires, and rising sea levels. In Malaysia, floods happen quite often, especially during the monsoon season. Many people lose their home and property because of these disasters. There are also many news reports that from Bernama, The Star, and other news agency about climate change. For these reasons, I think SDG 13 is an excellent choice.
Thank you, Asif. Those are very convincing reasons. Mamat, what do you think about SDG 13? Do you agree with Hasif?
Yeah. I absolutely agree. And I think that climate change is an issue that affects everyone, regardless of age, or country. For example, when floods happen, schools have to close, roads become inaccessible, and many families have to move to a temporary shelter. My bad. Besides floods, Malaysia has also experienced hotter weather compared to previous years. I also think this topic gives us many opportunities to discuss solutions, not just problems. For example, we can encourage recycling, reducing plastic waste, planting trees, and um, using public transport. These ideas will make our news report more educational and meaningful.
That's a very good point. Not only can we report the news, but we can also encourage positive actions. Now let's think about our second SDGs. Azim, have you found any interesting SDG that we should consider?
Yes, after reading all the SDGs, I think SGD3, which is good health and well-being, is another suitable choice. Health is always an important issue because everyone wants to live a healthy life. Recently, there have been many reports about dengue fever, mental health, influenza, and other public health issues. I think this SDG is suitable because health news is always relevant. People can also learn something useful from our presentation, such as how to prevent disease and maintain a healthy health lifestyle.
Thank you, Azim. Health is definitely an important issue. Aiman, do you agree with SDG 3 or do you have another suggestion?
Actually, I consider SDG 4, which is quality education. Education is very important because it helps people improve their life. However, after comparing different SDGs, I think SDG 3 is a better choice for this assignment. Health-related news is easier to understand and more suitable for a breaking news format. For example, everyone knows about dengue because it happens almost every year in Malaysia. Mental health is also becoming an important topic among university students. Therefore, I support choosing the SDG 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Aiman. That's a good comparison between education and health. Fatih, what do you think?
Um, I agree with everyone, but I think that SDG 13 and SDG 3 complement each other very well. Climate change affects the environment, and while good health affects daily people life. Both topics are related to current issues. Many people don't realize this, but climate change really affects people health. Because even in history, you know, like Black Plague, even COVID-19, we can see that it's a, climate is one of the biggest factor that played during what we call it during disease outbreak. So another reason I support this SDG is because we can easily find reliable news from newspaper and official websites. This will make our presentation more accurate.
Excellent. Since everyone seems to support SDG 13 and SDG 3, I think we have reached a decision. However, before we finalize it, let's discuss whether there are any disadvantage of choosing these two themes. Hasif, do you think there will be any challenge?
I think one challenge is choosing the best news article because there are so many articles available. We need to make sure that the news is recent, reliable, and easy to explain. Another challenge is making sure that we don't choose an article that is too complicated.
Good point. Afan, do you have anything to add?
Yes. Apart from choosing the best news, choosing your articles and the and make sure the news is fairly recent. Another challenge is making our presentation interesting. So we need to overcome that. We simply read the news. It may become boring. So I think we should make our final presentation looks like a real television news program. It will make it a lot more engaging, in my opinion.
I agree. Azim, what do you think?
I think we should divide our work fairly. If everyone search for news article, it will save time. Later, we can compare all the articles and choose the best one.
That's a good suggestion. Aiman?
I think everyone should also read the articles carefully before our next discussion. That way, when we meet again, we can explain why our article is suitable. It will make the decision smoother. Thank you.
Thank you, Aiman. Fatih, what do you think?
I think we should also think about creativity because creativity is important to attract people to listen what we say. Just like Mehmet said, we need to make it a lot more engaging. For example, during our final presentation, one person can become the news anchor and the others become reporters. That will make our project look more professional.
Yep.
Excellent idea. Now let's divide the task. Hasif, Muhammad and Azim, please look for news related to SDG 13. Aiman and Fatih, please look for news related to SDG 3. Try to find articles that were published recently and come from reliable news source. During our next discussion, each of you should explain the article you found. Then together we'll decide which article we want to use. Does everyone agree with this plan?
Yeah,
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 absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Yep,
agree, agree,
yep,
agree.
yep.
Yes, we agree.
we agree, we agree.
All right. Thank you. That's all for today.